story, which is dun da da, the return of Jax Taylor. The return of Jax Taylor. Now, this is the sitch. Jax is saying that he is headed to Watch What Happens Live. Now, I think he's in the same boat with Stassi when it comes to whether or not he can come back to the actual show itself, i.e., actual Vanderpump Rules. Like, I don't think they'll ever bring Stassi back, and I don't think they'll ever bring Jax back. Like we talked about earlier, it's rumored that Kristen Doute will be coming back more like a friend of appearance, maybe a couple episode arcs, to give her unique perspective on the situation, since, you know, she dated Tom for all of those years. They both cheated on each other. And then, in fact, when they finally broke up for good, a big part of that was because he was cheating with Ariana himself, right? And I think that, and we touched upon this earlier, I do think it's okay for Kristen to come back. I think her situation was isolated, but I think Stassi has done too much, and I think Jax has done too much. If you guys don't remember, Jax also got fired because of a bunch of racist things that he did. I forget exactly who it was, but he was sending like either like monkey emojis and things like that, and he talked about somebody's boyfriend or husband who was Black, and about their nose being big. It was like another reality star, something like that. But anyway, let's get into it. Jax Taylor to appear on Watch What Happens Live for Vanderpump Rules cheating scandal, okay? And this source is TV shows Ace, all right? That's the source. Here we go. Jax Taylor is set to appear on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. This comes in light of the Vanderpump Rules cheating scandal. On Friday, March 3rd, news broke that Tom Sandoval and Ariana Madix ended their nearly 10-year relationship due to Sandoval's affair with Raquel. He already shared his thoughts and will speak out more soon. Jax Taylor says he was right all along. Over the weekend, Jax Taylor took to Twitter to share his thoughts on the cheating scandal that rocked Pump Rules and Bravo. He admitted that he was right all along about them. He shared his thoughts. Let's see what he said. He said in a tweet, "I've called a lot of things on that show that people never believed. Everything I say always ends up being true," Jax tweeted. Side note, there was also another video that surfaced where Jax, and this was like a couple years ago, where Jax had predicted, but again, you don't have to be, a psychic to have predicted this, but he predicted that Tom was going to cheat on Kristen with Ariana. If I say Ariana, sorry, Ariana. That he was going to cheat on Kristen with Ariana. Right? But I could have told you that. I mean, anybody could have told you that. Good one, Jax. But if you watch the show, it didn't take a rocket scientist to know that they were clearly already hooking up. And I don't believe that they only kissed. I don't believe it. Unlike Rachel in high school, sending nudes, I think that they banged. That's what I think. Okay. Us Weekly recalled his interview from 2020. The former Sir bartender was asked about his thoughts on Sandoval and Ariana's relationship. Jack scoffed, "There is no relationship." He then added that he should be careful about what he says about the former couple. Again, I have no ill will toward either of them. I just see them as roommates, Jax said. Glorified roommates who hook up occasionally. He also revealed that he didn't see wedding plans in the future for the pair. Jax is right about that, since Ariana admitted that she didn't want to get married and have kids. Jax thinks Sandoval wants to get married, which could be the reason behind his infidelity. Now, I'm going to stop the article right there. That's not a reason for anybody's infidelity. You wanting children and your partner not wanting children is not a reason to cheat. It's a reason to break up. It boggles my mind. I've seen so many people try to justify Tom Sandoval cheating. She didn't want kids. He wanted kids. She didn't want to get married. He wanted to get married. Lala, went down on her. So it's okay that he cheated and all of this stuff. No. First of all, Tom, if you had, and I do think Tom had a problem with the whole Lala Ariana hookup situation that they talked about. But if you had such a problem with it, get out of the relationship. How many years ago was that? And that was before you bought a house with her. So you cannot say years ago, when you were discovering your sexuality, and Lala went down on you in my presence, it really pissed me off. Now 5 years later, after we've bought a house together and have done business together, now I'm going to use that as the reason why I'm going to cheat on you. That doesn't make sense. Oh, you don't want kids? Let me go cheat on you. You don't want to get married? Let me go cheat on you. No, she was very clear from jump who she was and what she wanted, and you chose to still go into business with her, with the cocktail book and the cocktail app, that little, drink business they got. And you chose to buy a $2 million home with her. And now you want to say that's an excuse for cheating? What? It's not an excuse for cheating. It's a reason to never have gotten into a long-term relationship with someone that you knew you were not compatible with. Not an excuse for cheating. Absolutely boggles my mind. All right, but let's keep going. The Vanderpump Room alum said the relationship would end because of it. I've rarely ever been wrong on the show, Jax added. I can't even think of a time I've ever been wrong. I don't think it's going to last that much longer. Sorry, I don't. Bloop. On Monday, March 6th, Andy Cohen talked about the Pump Rule scandal on his radio show. He admitted that he exchanged texts with Jax Taylor the most about it. It sounds like Jax is set to return to the Watch What Happens Live Clubhouse to share his thoughts. On Tuesday, March 7th, the former Bravo star teased some big news for his fans, saying, "See you soon at Bravo, Watch What Happens Live." He later confirmed that he will be back in the clubhouse soon with his wife, Brittany Cartwright. Wow. Now, it's unclear how soon it'll be released, but we'll see, because they also have Lisa coming on Wednesday. So they might save Jax for like a good episode, or maybe around reunion time. Who knows? But we know that they have Lisa coming on Wednesday. Now, this is a hot mess. This also reminds me how much Tom Sandoval hates other, not necessarily strong men, but other men that take up the attention. Sandoval and Jax have always sort of had a frenemy relationship. Remember they had the whole, who's the number one guy in the group? I'm the number one guy in the group. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? When at the end of the day, they both were, as we now all know, narcissistic, sociopathic, egotistical monsters. They're basically one and the same. They've both lied through their teeth multiple times. They're both serial cheaters. And they both have no regard for how anybody else feels. So I'm glad, Jax, that you can say, "I told you so." Sure, because you think like him and you act like him, therefore you know him. We get it. Now, I'll be watching when he's on Watch What Happens Live, but I'm really happy they're not going to bring him back to the actual show. And they better not even think about bringing Stassi back. But I'm here for them bringing Kristen back. But I want to know what you guys think. But stick around, my candy canes. I'm going to take some of your questions and comments before we head on out. I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. What do you think about, we talked about a lot of stuff. What do you think about the fact that Tom Sandoval seems to hate strong women? What do you think about the fact that Tom and Jax both are very narcissistic and sociopathic? What do you think about the fact that Jax is coming back to Bravo for Watch What Happens Live to talk about it? And everything else we've talked about, put it down below. But before you do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend, because the key is always better with community. And check out our description box down below and join our newsletter. It's free, self-care, self-love, all day, every day. So with that, let's take some of your candy cane questions and comments. Dun, 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 dun. All right, here we go. I'm trying to get up. Hey, what's up?